We've got today with us Azeem Lyons, who is actually a fellow comic jammer, and I got to tell you, Azeem, welcome first of all. I am a huge fan of your one pagers on the Comic Jam. I love them. The concepts are great.
Thanks so much. I cannot speak highly enough of the Comic Jam. I It's a great community for anyone who is interested in getting started or just developing their craft. It's been a great help to me. It really put me on the path to like the step I am today, and I cannot credit them enough with pretty much everywhere I am. So I love them to death.
I'm having so much fun being involved. It's thecomicjam.com. There's some incredible people behind it, running it, and incredible people involved. And every week there's a prompt, and writers put in a one-page story, and then you're paired with a different artist every week. And every week they release a batch of great one-page comics. And some of my favorites consistently are yours, Azam.
Thanks
Um,
so much.
just
You're
great ideas, fun execution. They're clean, they're crisp, and actually, it was on the strength of a number of those that we invited you to be a part of this anthology. I was so impressed with them. So let's. But I'm already talking a little bit about. I'm getting a little ahead of myself. We need to know who Azim is. So who the heck are you?
I'm a dude. I'm a comic writer. I'm from Baltimore, and I know which cryptids are out there and which ones aren't. So pretty sure that says it all.
Absolutely, absolutely. You are a comic writer, and are you a comic? Where do your comic tastes go for as far as your reading, your intake?
Right now, right now the things that are really wowing me are Kieran Gillen's Once the Future and Die. Like it is incredible to me that he's putting out like two of the best books in the market at the same time. Uh, just today, I caught wind of the new Grant Morrison book, Superman and the Authority. I can't wait to pick that up. Um, and like we all love Marvel DC to death. Follow a bunch
Living
of
room.
books there, but
Excuse me. I'm sorry. 1 second. Professionalism in time of pandemic. My little boy has walked in. Zachary,
oh
Mommy's in the living room. Here, this is what how big a comic fans we are in this house. This is
oh that's awesome.
now, if you can see your way to the living room, mommy's in there. Okay, Zachary? This
That's
is,
so cool.
they keep finding a way to appear on these videos. Let me close this door.
Here's
Uh,
your flavor.
so, Azim, I'm so sorry to interrupt you. There is no way to do an interaction now without my children coming in. I have three of them, so I never know who it's going to be. So
Oh man.
I'm sorry. Please continue. You were talking about the new Grant Morrison.
Oh yeah, that's something I am super excited to pick up. Of course, we all love following our favorite characters, Marvel, DC. There's some great books out from a number of companies, but really the ones that are top of the charts for me these days are Die and Once the Future.
And now I haven't read either of those, so I'm going to need to get on that. I just went through a full reread of Remender's Black Science.
Ooh,
Uh,
that's
be,
been on my to read list forever.
oh my, what a so I had been reading them as they were coming out, and then we had a house situation. We had to pack up half the house and blah blah blah. And it would have been a long time. I had two volumes left, but I didn't remember anything. So I started back at volume one. I just went straight through, and what a read! Black Science absolutely blew my mind. It's fantastic. So, you, with all your love of comics and your excellent talent, what are you doing for Containment Breach Volume Two? What can you tell us about your project?
So we got So the overall theme, of course, is Myth Reborn, and we got the prompt of Terrible Twos.
Yes.
Now, so what me and my artist collaborator CS did was we went through and listed all the cool myths that we thought, damn, I really want to write that, or I really want to draw that. So Terrible Twos, that's like you get twice as many options. So what we found was we
Oh.
both love fairy stories, like classical mythology, stuff like that. And we thought, what's the coolest thing we want to draw with that? And so we kind of picked from like a more modern mythology of like the post-apocalypse story, your classic scavenger in the wastelands. And we thought, how can we jam this together and make something awesome? And so there's I think we were able to pull out a lot of really cool stuff. CS's designs are incredible. Their pages are beautiful. I can't wait to share them with all of you. I can't wait for you to read them. And I think we were able to really pull something out of like the distance between those two archetypes, those two genres of myth, and make something that's absolutely awesome.
Oh, this all sounds terrific. Do you know that the poet, the great poet William Butler Yeats, wrote a book about fairies and fairy mythology?
I can't say that I did. I have one book that I did. I read a lot into before putting this one together, but I can't say that was on the list. I'll have to check it out.
I was shocked. I love Yeats, but I stumbled on it totally by accident. It's very cool, and I never would have expected that from him. But he was a historian for Ireland as well. A deep love of the history of Ireland. That is awesome. I cannot wait to see it. CS is incredible, and this is very, very, very exciting. Um, Now, let me ask you an incredibly serious question. If any meal could appear before you right now, what would you want it to be?
Lobster Roll. Me and my family took a trip up to Maine every summer when I was a kid, and that was the thing that's always stuck out in my mind. No one doesn't like that. Fresh off the wharf, like right by the sea, easy.
100%. There you go. What are you drinking with your lobster roll?
Uh, I got anything at all. Surge, my local comic shop,
Yeah.
Collector's Corner out in Maryland. They used to sell those. I mean, I'm a bit younger than the average '90s kid, born in 2000. So like, I never actually drank it, but it was a thing. But they used to
Okay.
sell throwbacks, like they used to sell Surge as a throwback. When I went there for Friday Night Magic, I always got one of those. Nothing else quite tastes the same.
All right. Lobster roll and search. What's the name of your local comic shop again?
Collector's Corner.
Collector's Corner, and it's in Baltimore.
I think the Baltimore location closed. I think it's in
Okay.
Parkville, Maryland. Yeah.
All right. Very good. It's always good to shout out your local comic shop. Tell me where I can find you on the internet, Azeem.
So my Twitter is my name. It's at Azeem Lyons, if I recall correctly. And I should actually have some forthcoming work with the incredible Brian Beardsley over at the 21st Century Pulp New Weird World. Going back to my cryptid addiction, we got an awesome Bigfoot story in that. And over with the great Dave Hingley and Kevin D. Lenz on Letters, both from the Comic Jam. And as with Brian, I have a really cool story in Outlet Comics' I Like Robots anthology. So I'm looking forward to posting about those. Both will be on my Twitter. And yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff come in the future.
Oh, that's fantastic. I love hearing all this. Azeem, it has been an absolute pleasure. I am so glad you are on our project. And I know that you and CS are gonna knock it out of the park. Thank you so much for meeting with me today. Ladies and gentlemen, keep an eye on at Fugitive Poems on Twitter, at CDMETC on Twitter. Go to fugitivepoems.com, subscribe there for our updates and blog posts. Subscribe, as I keep saying, to this Fugitive Poems YouTube page, which I'm not sure I know how to do, but I bet you do. And keep an eye, because come this fall, we're going to be kickstarting Containment Breach Volume 2. And here's something I haven't said, by the way, anywhere else. And in honor of having Azeem here, I'm going to say it. We are going to have one of our tiers will be a print edition of Containment Breach Volume 1. It's never
Oh,
been in print before. So that's just a little peek of what's coming. Azeem, you are fantastic. I hope we get to talk again. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, we are Fugitive Poems, and we make comics.